Call him your husband 3 times and you're married. He's my husband, he's my husband, he's my husband. Whew, magical marriage. Hey y'all, it's me, Lauren Cadillac with Cadillac Law, coming to you with another exciting video that does not create an attorney-client relationship and is not legal advice. I'm just talking about things I know. My understanding is that there's been a running joke on the internet about common law marriage and the fact that you can just call him your husband 3 times and you're married. He's my husband, he's my husband, he's my husband. Whew, magical marriage. This is untrue. This is not, in fact, how common law marriages work. Quite frankly, I'm sorry, I'm here to tell you that common law marriages are not as easily proven as you may think. So no, you can't magically click your heels and be common law married. Unfortunately, you have to have a lot more than that. I've done another video about common law marriage and it should be linked somewhere, wherever. Definitely check that out. In the state of Texas, and I'm always talking about Texas, y'all, we do actually have common law marriage in our state, but there are several factors that are going to need to be looked at to determine if there is indeed a common law marriage. First, they need to be living together. So if you lived together from 2016 to 2018, but it's now 2023, and you haven't lived together in 5 years, even if you had a common law marriage, it is now considered dissolved. So you don't. So there needs to be living together. There is no actual time limit on the time you live together. It's not that you have to live together for 2 years. It's that you can't have lived apart for the last 2 years. You need to hold yourself out as husband and wife. That is going to be kind of trickier, but that's going to be where you're wearing a ring. He's wearing a ring. You're calling him your husband. He's calling you his wife. You're introduced as husband as wife. You're Mr. and Mrs. on invitations. You're Mr. and Mrs. on your Christmas cards, so on and so forth. So you're going to use evidence like that to prove that you are, in fact, husband and wife. Other evidence that is going to be looked at is, are you on each other's insurance? So are you on the same driver's insurance? Do you have the same car insurance? Are you each other's beneficiaries on life insurance? You know, most people's spouse is their beneficiary. So if indeed this person who you're living with and you're holding yourself out as husband and wife and you're on each other's car insurance and you are the beneficiary for the life insurance, that is good evidence that you are in fact husband and wife. Important evidence is filing taxes jointly as husband and wife. That is great evidence. Look, they told the IRS they were married. They have to be married. So that's excellent evidence. If you file separately, it is not something that it can be overcome. It's not like a total dead end. But if you are married, then most of the time you should not be filing separately because it is a tax benefit to you to be filing jointly. That is, unless you both make $250,000 or more. And my guess is if you do that, you're not watching my video. So you probably should be filing jointly, especially if you're saying you're husband and wife. I would definitely do that. So those are some of the evidence they're going to look at. Certainly, they're going to look at other things, you know, were you doing things husband and wives do? And when you have these witnesses who are going to say, oh yeah, he said he was her husband, she said she was his wife, they need to be not just your friends or your cousins, really. They need to be your neighbors. They need to be, you know, people you met when you bought the house together, etc. Your names both being on the house is not evidence that you were married, but it could help add to a pool of evidence. The common law marriage only really matters if you are breaking up, so like common law divorcing, or if one of you has passed away. And a much better way to address that common law marriage for death is to do estate planning while you're alive. So if you are in fact common law marriage, go see an attorney while you're alive and make sure that your common law spouse is taken care of once you pass away. Otherwise, it can get very messy and very expensive having to argue these things in court. So you can't just twinkle your nose and be common law married. There's no common law marriage. But if you're filing taxes jointly, you're holding yourself out as husband and wife, and you live together, then there is a chance you can prove you were common law married in the state of Texas. I hope you all enjoyed this today and have a wonderful, blessed day, folks.